of me. Gold, your mind is mine to me. Faces, but you're the only one that I see. A vision of brown and green. Red wine, tell me about your history. Comfort in familiarity. Feed me pages of philosophy. I love how you're teaching me. I just wanna spend these nights with you and wake up in the morning and fly, making our own meaning, because we're living for the now and we don't need to know the how. Oh yeah, yeah. Landed despite all our differences, loving in our different languages, different cities and time zones. Tell me, where did the time go? Up on a plane for your loving, I'll go insane for ya. I just wanna spend these nights with you. Hey, I wake up in the morning and fly, making our own meaning, because we're living for the now and we don't need to know the how. I just wanna spend these nights with you. Hey, I wake up in the morning and fly, making our own meaning, because we're living for the now and we don't need to know the how. Oh yeah, yeah. Baby, we don't need to know the how, 'cause we're living for the now. Oh yeah. How is, baby, we don't need to know the how. Do we really need to know the how? 'Cause we're living for the now. Thanks.
Welcome.
Hi.
Take a seat, get comfortable.
Thank you.
Welcome to It's Not a Label. Today we're joined by Ruby Francis.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
Very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm enjoying
Good.
the sun.
Me too.
I'm happy.
Finally, she's here.
Listen, London is a good time when it's sunny.
It's the best.
Money, no money, as long as there's sun.
Yeah.
You know?
Money, no money, as long as it's sunny.
As long as it's sun. A real songwriter. Tell us more about yourself. I know you're a singer-songwriter, a producer, a DJ. Tell us more about your journey in being a musician.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm all of those things. So when I was super young, I had like a baby keyboard, you know, those ones that are like actually like the size of a baby. Mm-hmm. And as I got older, the keyboard just got bigger, so I'd get another one when I was a bit older. And when I was around 10, I had one that played like, you have to hold the key down and it would play a song like Star Wars or like, I don't know, just some songs, and it would tell you the notes on the keyboard. When I was sort of in my like pre-teens, yeah, all my family chipped in and got me like a proper adult piano, which was some like Roland Roland F50 or something, and it had built-in speakers, and I was really happy. So yeah, my journey started off playing piano, and then in school we had to learn how to produce in our music classes, which I was very, very, very privileged to have that opportunity. Yeah, and we had GarageBand, and we were learning at school, and it was just great, and I fell in love with it. Got GarageBand when I was at home, and just fell in love with production. And at that point I was just literally dragging in like the pre-made loops on GarageBand and like writing over them and finding chords and being just like so gassed about it. Yeah, and then I got a little bit older and I left school, didn't really know what I wanted to do. So it was just like working part-time in a clothes shop and just having fun really. But also writing and actually getting songs together, and that's when I started like putting them out on SoundCloud, sort of in my late teens, early 20s.
You started off on the piano and progressively grew in your piano playing skills, and then in school you learned production. So what influenced your production style, or what did you lean more towards in terms of like genre and sounds?
So my dad's a bass player. I haven't mentioned that, but it's quite an important part of the story. And my mum had a massive like record collection, so I grew up around lots of music, lots of Stevie Wonder, lots of like 70s music with beautiful chords like Earth, Wind and Fire, Chaka Khan. So I think that's what influenced me the most, is like Stevie Wonder chords. And then later like Pharrell was a big inspiration as well. His early and unreleased like Neptune's era of that kind of stuff. I've always loved like kind of jazzy chords, but that don't necessarily have to fit into jazz. Like I like unexpected. I always like to be surprised. That's probably where I got a lot of inspiration from. And sometimes me and Dad would have little like jams in my bedroom. He'd bring his bass in and I'd play piano, and and he knew a few chords, so he would like show me in the beginning as well.
And how would you say your sound has evolved from a lot of the earlier EPs that you've put out to your more recent music? How would you say your sound has changed?
I would say it's definitely matured more. It's a bit more intentional. I feel like I used to be a lot more, I am a hyperactive person. I'm quite childlike and a bit silly, but I feel that my music was a bit more like that. It was a bit more throwaway and just like, you know, like throwing chords in and doing stuff because it just felt good without any intention really behind it. And also my lyrics, I felt like looking back are quite immature, you know, just about like, not in a bad way. It's just like where I was in my life with like early relationships and things like that, and like the drama of it all. You know? But now I feel more of a sense of duty as an artist to actually like refine my like artistic antenna for when information comes and I need to like process it out into music. And I'm trying to take that more seriously now, of like actually trying to live in art a bit more and be intentional with what I'm trying to say. And I want to be literate. I want to be like musically literate.
Okay, nice.
So I'm just trying to work on that at the moment. And I'd say that's probably how my sound has changed. It just feels more mature, a bit more refined, a bit more like less and more just like, let's just chill a little bit. Yeah, but still the chords and still the stuff, but in a lot more of a slower paced way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Craving the weight of you on me. You'll give me electricity. Remember the nights when I was yours. Remember the smell of petrichor. La 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 for G, so you gotta trust me. Craig Foster in the sea, Bella Baxter energy, papaya and a peach when you grab that booty. And I know you wanna squeeze, paragliding on the beach, higher heights to reach, got you praying on them beads. Know you like the way I preach, new religion on your knees, baby, you better believe. La 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 la, la di da, la di da, la la la, la di da, na na ya, da 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 da, la di da, la 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 la, la di da, na na ya.
Thanks.
So we're going to talk about your latest single, Lanzarote.
Yes.
Tell us about what inspired that song, who influenced you production wise, and tell us more about your latest single.
I'm really excited about Lanzarote. It's a very, even though it's quite like fun, it's quite fun and flirty. it's actually really deep and personal, and probably the most recent thing that I've written about. I was in Lanzarote last year in February, just like girls trip, and me and Laura one night just I'd written the beat before that, and then I took that beat to Lanzarote, and one night with Laura we just like wrote to it basically. I was experiencing a lot of like grief and heartache at the time, but I was sort of with all my girls. There was lots of crying, lots of laughing, lots of just like moving through emotions and like feeling things and holding each other, you know. So that was really special. But I think Lanzarote is like it's kind of like the intersection, because I was feeling all this grief, but I was in this beautiful place with all these amazing women. So yeah, it has this like funness to it, but it was sort of my way of processing what I was going through at the time.
When I was listening to it, I could hear influences for music that I know, Dev Hynes, early Dev Hynes, and so Blood Orange, early Blood Orange work. And I don't know if you know Kaja Bonnet.
Maybe.
Her album Child Queen has a lot of like psychedelic jazz, but it's very like similar to the sounds in your song Lanzarote. So I was just like, oh, this reminds me of these guys, and I was obsessed. You know me, I just play a song on loop on loop on loop on loop, and I'm like, okay, I know it now.
I'm done now.
I'm satisfied.
Oh, cool.
Your upcoming EP, would you say love and grief are the main themes?
Yeah, love and grief, and also like homecomings. There's a song called Back to Myself that I put out after Pages of Philosophy, and that's all about just sort of does what it says in the title, just sort of coming home to me again, and just getting really lost in love and like abandoning myself to just like be with someone and like forgetting to take care of me. So Back to Myself is like coming back to myself. So I'd say like love, grief, and homecoming.